if I ask you, hey, what's on your list? Would you be able to tell me? Hey guys, it seems as if a lot of people in this world aren't living their ideal life. They're not living the life they want to live. And that was me for a long period of time. That was me for 20 years. There's always something more I wanted. There's always something I'd rather have. There's always something I'd rather be doing. But now I've reached a point where I'm living my dream life. I'm actually living my dream life, and it feels really, really good. It's not like what I imagined. Life is always a little different than you imagined, but it's amazing. I have everything I ever wanted. And how is that possible? How did I get to this point? Well, I wrote down a list of things that I wanted, and it all started when I watched this YouTube video a while back called "Thoughts Become Things," and it basically talked about how whatever you think about comes about. And it convinced me. In that video, it really convinced me. And I was like, wow, I can create my dream life. All I need to do is know what I want to have. And eventually, I'll have it. So I wrote down a big list of everything I wanted. And of course, as time goes on, preferences change. So my list would constantly change. And I'd update it often and take things off, add things, lose the list, create a new list, can't find the list, write a new list, just constantly creating lists of things that are really important to me. And when you know what's important to you, it's very easy to then, or it's much easier to then attain those things. And I think a lot of people, they don't know what they want. They don't even have a list. If I ask you, hey, what's on your list? Would you be able to tell me? Would you be able to quickly list off 5 things as quickly as I'm about to list them off right now? I'll list them off right now. Good night's sleep, that's so important to me. Getting a good night's sleep, so important. High quality fruit, that is so important. It makes my life, makes my day very, very enjoyable having high quality fruit. Next thing, high quality weather, always being sunny. Oh man, being warm and sunny. So important. I used to live in a sunny place in Canada, but it was always so cold. Always so cold, but sunny often as well. But warm and sunny weather. And next thing, really good friends that you can brainstorm with, good friends that you can tell things to, get good feedback on, good friends that you can laugh with, really funny friends. And then another really important thing is just a feeling of safety, feeling safe. I love feeling safe. I don't like always having to look over my shoulder type thing. Another thing, 6th thing would be just a lot of fitness. I need a lot of fitness in my life. I need to be able to go for runs and bike and swim and lift weights and just move my body. I can't stand being immobile for too long. So that's really important. And another thing, really good Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is so important. So important for me. And I love being connected to Wi-Fi. I can make videos like this, send them out. That's huge. So there are quickly 7 things on my list. Now, before, if you would ask me 5 years ago what's on my list, I could tell you, well, I want a Lamborghini, I want a big house, I want a dog, I want a wife, I want a 160 gigabyte iPod, all these things. You just like stuff that I don't really want anymore. But things change. You change, people change, everything changes. Everything changes. So roll with it, but have a list and then make rolling changes. Make rolling changes. Knowing what you want is the first step in actually getting it. So once you have your list, okay, you have a list now, and you obviously don't have the things on the list, but you can at least start making small progress towards getting those things. And the first step in getting anything is to first be grateful for what you have now. Just be stoked on what you have now, because if you're not stoked on what you have now, like if I'm not stoked on my bike right now, or stoked on my backpack or my shoes, which I am, I love my bike, my backpack, and my shoes. I love freaking everything I have, my camera, my tripod, freaking sweet tripod, sweet camera. If you're not stoked on what you have now, even once you get this list, you're not gonna be stoked. So you have to make a practice of gratitude, being grateful for what you have now. Once you're grateful for what you have now, it doesn't really matter if you get the list or not, because if you don't get the list, who cares? You're grateful for what you have now. And if you do get the list, awesome, because then you're progressively realizing an ideal that you want to be living in, and you're really grateful for living in that ideal. So learn to be grateful for what you have now, and then just make small steps to get this list in reality. A big tip, that's what this video is all about right here. Ask for help, ask for suggestions, ask for advice, ask questions out of curiosity. Learn as much as you can. When we're learning, we're improving. When you're improving, you're much more likely to get what you want. You become much more valuable, and life becomes so much easier. The better you get, the easier life gets, because you can manage things much easier without getting stressed out or without getting flustered or frustrated or whatever. So just ask a lot of questions, learn as much as you can, and know that eventually, if you continue to make small steps, if you continue to send out an email every day, make one phone call every day, just send someone a message every day, make one post on YouTube every day, write a sentence for your ebook every day. If you just continue to do little things each day, in a year's time, you're going to be so far ahead. So much further ahead than you would be if you hadn't made any progress. If you hadn't made one phone call, if you hadn't made one email, if you hadn't even written a sentence, then you're not going to be anywhere in a year's time. You're not going to be anywhere further ahead. But if you just write the one sentence, call the one person, write the one email, make a post, make a video, do that as often as you can, as often as you feel like, then in a year's time, you're going to be so much closer to reaching all your ideals. But just have a list, be grateful for what you have now, then ask for help, and take the advice from people getting the results that you desire. And then just stay inspired, man. Stay inspired. If you feel like you're losing your motivation, that's all good, man. You're gonna lose your motivation from time to time, but when you bring your focus back on your list, on your ideals, then the motivation is gonna come back. So yeah, hope you guys like this video, and I just want to say, you can live your dream life, guys. You can live your dream life. Peace. Just know what you want.